I went through was just like, fuck it, let's make it slightly easier to understand and get rid of all this shit. But yeah, that was always how it was designed, but I did not design that system. So
All right, here we go, Ben.
All right.
Pick a game. I mean, the emailer literally
you?
asked us. No.
Or for me?
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't pick the game. You should pick a game for me.
Spider-Man. What's the most recent game you reviewed?
I just reviewed that.
Yeah.
All right, hit me.
Graphics. What are the graphics in Spider-Man? Okay.
It's out of 10?
Okay, it's out of 10, and keep in mind that like typically 7s were good. Like if a game got an overall 7, you say, hey, it's good graphics.
Yeah,
That'd be a graphics 7. Great graphics would be an 8. Superb graphics would be a 9.
Best I've ever
Perfect
seen.
graphics would be a 10. Prime in later years.
Prime. Like, yeah, like bear in mind that like any 10-point scale, people are going to treat it like letter grades. So yeah, anything below a 70 or a 7
And then
is
like
going to be
6
considered
was
bad.
what 6 was fair, 5 was mediocre, or
Yeah,
was it the other way around?
I think 6 was fair.
And it eventually got down to abysmal, I think was the
Yeah.
lowest.
But again, like by the standards of the day, anything 6 and below, people treated it as complete garbage.
Yeah,
Even though
untouchable.
that was never really what we meant. The thing we would always say is like, because we knew what the average score was on GameSpot across all the reviews. You'd look at it and say like, oh, it seems like we on average give somewhere around a low 7.
Yeah.
And you look at that and go like, well, the average game coming out these days, as standards improve, is going to be good. And there will be some that, and there are some that are so bad that are so small that you're just not even reviewing. So
Yeah.
your average is going to end up in there anyway.
And it's not even that like all games are average across all things. It's like most games do a couple things pretty well and could do a couple things better.
Yeah.
You know?
In
That
a lot
was
of cases.
That was real fun when we started this site and started trying to explain the review scale to like public relations people
right.
when they're looking at their Metacritic averages.
Yeah, because like
and
we
saying
don't-
like
we,
like what the fuck? How'd you give this a 60? And I'm like, well, if you think about it, it's kind of like a 7.5 on GameSpot. Like psychologically,
right. The
I
first-
had
yeah.
I had one longtime PR person that I had known forever just say like, what the hell kind of voodoo math is that? Like that's,
Yeah.
like people didn't get that.
right.
As much as we said like, hey, that's the middle of our scale. That's good. That's okay.
Yeah.
Like that's not terrible or amazing. That's decent.
Right.
And they're just like, no, that's a 60. That means
Yeah.
it's shit.
And that was one of the Soul Calibur games I reviewed. I remember we got some like whoever was doing PR for it at the time that was not happy with one of those games I reviewed.
All right, graphics 8.
For Spider-Man. Wow.
Yeah, it's
Great graphics.
Okay. Oh yeah, sure. Okay.
What?
I'm a Sony shill.
Why so low?
I'm at
It's 'cause of the fucking
I'm
puddles.
Microsoft.
It's because the puddles, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, if there were more puddles, it'd be.
Puddlegate.
Okay, go ahead.
What's next?
Sound.
7.
Wow, man.
Okay.
It's harsh.
The music, the music's good, but there could be more. I don't know. It's got a little samey.
that's fair,
That
yes.
like orchestral swelly got a little.
Sure.
Yeah, I did not finish that game, but I definitely like tired of the I'm
It
swinging
was
and
cool
now
the
this music
first
is
time
So
it
that
playing.
happened,
changes.
and then
Yeah.
Every time there's like a super
Right.
major story beat, you get different music.
Yeah.
But then it's that same music for a while.
Right.
yeah.
Gameplay.
8.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
8.5.
Based on
Are there
what,
points?
No,
or is
they're
this,
not.
Okay.
based on what he said in the review, the actual review, the 8 for gameplay seems
Yeah, it's balanced
Yeah,
out by
that-
those. It would be higher if not for those
seems-
stealth sections.
Seems right. I think the graphics score is suspect here. But let's move on.
I wasn't on a pro.
So
it's worth noting
so we
for
always
the review.
you always had to do value before tilt, even though it's last on the spreadsheet.
Value.
Yeah, like how long is it? Did you feel like you got $60 worth out of it or something? Like that. This is
Seven.
all right.
Because there was a lot, but some of the a lot was a little repetitive.
7 for value.
It's a good value.
Yeah.
you would say.
This is a weird situation that we never ran into back then, but now like they just added
'Cause,
that
like,
new game plus mode like yesterday or
Right,
a few days
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
And they have DLC
Hmm.
coming out, which is a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't even know how we would have dealt with.
Well, we
that.
reviewed it at the time of
Yeah,
review.
yeah.
If a patch came out that fixed some things, then you'd review it. Even original PC GameSpot would have the version number that they reviewed listed, so that you would know
wow.
looking at it that like, hey, we reviewed 106, and now they're on 112, and who knows what they fixed? We don't know. Here's
Yeah.
the review as it was written, and you'd go
So
from there.
Do I get the total now and then apply
No,
till
no,
you
after?
don't get a total.
No, 'cause
now it's like you.
you basically punch in the tilt and see what it gives you.
Okay, go till 8.
Okay.
A little higher to make up for all the other stuff that you're wrong about.
Because the game is, it's more than the sum of its parts. It's a sort of je ne sais quoi, Jason.
With the tilt of 8, that brings Spider-Man to a 7.8.
Oh, God damn it.
How fucking dare you, you scumbag! I'm gonna set your fucking house on fire again!
Tilt 10! Tilt 10!
Wow. So before
So
I
bringing up the tilt 9 would give it an 8.1.
before
right?
I type that in, I was actually going to ask, like, was there any